You might be subconsciously communicating that you're super nervous or that you're not confident. Please let me help you learn some tips and tricks to, first of all, not look nervous, and then second of all, look confident. First of all, don't feel bad. Nobody taught us these things. Nobody taught us them in school, but hopefully I can help. The first thing you want to avoid is shifting your weight back and forth. It looks like you want to leave. Another similar mistake is angling your body away. Again, it looks like you're trying to get out of the conversation or out of the situation that you're in. Hand wringing and self-soothing can be that. Self-soothing. It can actually help lower your anxiety, but it also communicates that you're anxious. So does touching your face, playing with your hair, or playing with jewelry. Again, it might actually feel soothing for yourself, but it doesn't communicate confidence. Another thing you might be doing without noticing is looking down and avoiding eye contact. Trying to make yourself look smaller by rolling your shoulders forward and tucking your head down, or even trying to hide in public. Another nervous habit you might be doing without noticing is tugging at your clothes or rubbing your thighs. It looks like you're trying to rub the sweat off your hands, and maybe you are, but again, that's communicating that you're not confident. Using tiny hand gestures or keeping your hands really close to yourself, again, communicating not confident. Nodding constantly and looking super agreeable actually comes off as incompetence and not confident. It looks like you're just trying to go along with whatever they're saying. Even if that's the truth, try not to nod like this. Another habit you might be doing is speaking too quickly and using like fillers. If you're feeling like you always need to fill every second of the conversation, slow down, speak intentionally, and you will appear like you are in control of the situation and not nervous. If you're always finishing your sentences like they're questions, you really don't sound confident in whatever you're trying to convey. So we've covered a lot of nervous habits. And remember, in some of my other videos, I've talked about anxiety is actually contagious. And if you're doing some of these habits, it's gonna really make the people around you feel super, super uncomfortable. Listen to the end of my video so you can learn how to communicate confidently. The first thing is slowing down. It might feel awkward, but one of the most powerful things you can do at the beginning of a presentation is to take a long pause. Again, this shows that you're in control of the situation and you might be surprising others because a few seconds in, they'll start to feel a little bit nervous and be impressed that you can stand up there and pause and not fidget, but just command attention. Maintain eye contact. I know that awkward feeling when you start to wonder, have I been maintaining eye contact too long? If you feel that, if you're in a room with other people, try to make intentional eye contact with somebody else. Or if this really feels uncomfortable, look just above the eye level of someone in the room, ideally in the back of the room, and it kind of looks like you're making eye contact to somebody. It's a lot better than this. Instead of finishing your sentences like they're all questions, try to bring your voice down, and all of a sudden, it will sound like you are spitting facts. If you feel like you need to cross your arms, make sure you show your hands. Avoid standing with your legs together. It kind of looks like you're about to fall over. Stand with your legs apart. Avoid those small hand gestures I was talking about, and use big gestures. If you're feeling uncomfortable, smile. It actually changes the tone of your voice, and of course people are more enamored and you look more confident when you're smiling. Don't stand like this. Relax your shoulders. Again, spread out your legs so they're comfortable, and naturally bear your weight in the back leg. Avoid touching your face, but if you have to, you can touch your chin. Avoid quick hand gestures. Again, that looks anxious. Slow down, make purposeful hand gestures. And let me tell you about hand gestures. This steeple communicates confidence. So does slowing down and emphasizing each word that you're saying. You don't want to appear closed off. So make sure you're using open hand gestures. It might feel awkward at first, but at rest, your hands should be open to your audience. Remember I said try not to appear small? Try to take up space. It not only makes you appear more confident, it actually increases your confidence, changes your hormones, and increases your risk-taking. I've also mentioned hands in the pocket before. Don't bury your hands. Show your hands. If you have to put them in your pockets, just a thumb. And again, when you're crossing your arms, don't bury your hands. Show your hands. Try to switch up your volume. I don't mean to yell everything. That's kind of annoying. Sometimes you want to get super quiet, so people have to lean in and listen to everything you're saying. Take up space. Puff your chest. Even if this is off stage before a presentation or alone, it actually decreases your cortisol and increases your testosterone. When I was doing my OSCE, it's an in-person nurse practitioner exam. It's a clinical exam. You have to go room from room. It's a very high-stress situation. I could look around and see so many students outside of those clinic doors, puffing their chest, taking a power stance, because they knew this is rooted in science, and when there's something important on the line, you need to try to do everything you can to increase your confidence and again, communicate competence. One of the benefits about appearing confident, even if you're not feeling confident, is that other people will treat you like you're confident, and it will become this self-propelling loop where in the end, everyone just thinks you're confident, including yourself. And when you're on stage or presenting, think about the value that you're sharing with people. Not about what they might be thinking. Stop. You need to get out of your head. You're there for a reason. You need to think about what you're trying to communicate. When you're watching other people perform, you're probably fixated on the content that they're sharing. And so is your audience.
They're not thinking about your most recent zit or that you put on 5 pounds.
If you're giving a presentation or a full speech, you have to prepare. You have to try to memorize as much as you can, not word for word, but you need to know what you're trying to communicate, because looking down, again, looks like you're nervous. So you have to be looking up. You can try to trick people by having notes posted beside the camera if you're on Zoom or something, or at the back of the audience, but really you need to prepare. That too will make you feel more confident and appear more confident. If you're meeting someone, try to be the first person to reach out and initiate that contact, whether it's going to be a handshake or like a COVID elbow bump or a hug. You want to be the first person to intentionally start moving towards whatever that interaction is going to be. And try not to have a wimpy handshake. Nobody likes a loose handshake. If you feel like you need to stand with your hands on your back, don't do it like this. It actually looks like you're trying to support your back. Move your hands forward and stand like this. Most of these tips are not gender specific. Did you notice how none of my tips are about having clear skin or wearing the perfect outfit or wearing glasses or not glasses? If you're interested in this video, you're definitely going to be interested in that video where I share the secret that will not only make you feel less nervous, but it will actually make you perform better.